Hello, my beautiful, beautiful, precious heart, and welcome to our Monday Love Prayer, where we meet to just open our hearts and connect ourselves with the infinite source of love, so that we may all become imprints, vessels for this love in this world. So thank you so much for showing up and being of service to love itself by doing so. And as always, we will just take a moment for everyone who wants to join us live to find their way into this sacred room that we share. And while we wait, please share a greeting in the comments if you are, well, no matter if you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Greet each other and let us know where you are watching from. I see all your beautiful names coming in. Sissel in Norway, Annette in Ballerup, Grete, Heidi, Elinor, Siri, Benedikte, Wenke, Ivan, good morning, Gun, good morning, Annette, Dorte. So wonderful to have you all with us on this morning. Good morning, Kain. And Monica in Norway. Yeah. Let us just dive into it. Make yourself comfortable and get ready for our morning prayer. So just place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath in and melt. Just sit like this for a moment, just breathing, allowing every single exhalation to melt away all tension, melt into your body and into your seat, just melting into this moment. And then just focus all your attention in the middle of you. Draw in every antenna, every string you have out in the world, and just pull them into your sacred middle, withdrawing your attention from the outer world, withdrawing your attention from everything else going on in your life. And then just take a deep breath in and allow your attention to sink down from your head down into your chest, into your infinite sacred heart space. Sink down beneath the thoughts, down beneath the surface, entering the sacred space of silence and softness beneath everything. And then just sit and breathe in and out through your heart. And when we pray, I invite you to repeat after me, but see if you can let the words arise from your heart. So let it be your heart praying. And you just pay attention to whatever arises within you from these words. So let us pray. Beloved God, in you I pray. that love will fill my heart today. That your presence as a state of mind will make me true and strong and kind. Beloved God, today I'll be. What only true love's eyes can see. Divinity on earth expressed. Awakened from the depth of rest. Beloved God, I pray that I may be set free from every lie. May I be blessed with eyes that dare to recognize you everywhere. May I surrender into you. Be willing to begin anew. In service, I will bow in awe. Remember what I came here for. May every action from my hand bring nurture to this wonderland. May every step I take today bless all encounters on my way. Show me how. Thank you. Amen. Amen. And I'm sure that those of you who know this prayer very well by now experienced a few lines falling out. And it's just, I actually kind of love when things like that happen, because it calls us into the moment when we fail, when we when things don't go as planned. We are really drawn into the moment and into the experience of what awakens within us when things like that happen. So it's just an invitation for all of those of you who got stopped in your tracks, was wondering what's going on, where are the words that I'm used to hearing, and what arose in you when that happened. Was there frustration? Was there confusion? Was there something that was calling for your loving attention in that moment? If you even realized that something was not what it usually is. Yeah. I want to share a small quote with you by Saint Francis of Assisi. So you can just close your eyes for a moment and drop your attention into your heart space and just listen with your heart. And he wrote, God came to my house and asked for charity. And I fell on my knees and cried, Beloved, what may I give? Just love, he said. Just love. What may I give? What may I give? That is the one question that we are invited to always ask ourselves. We tend to be very preoccupied with what do I want? But the really powerful question is, what may I give? And the answer is always just love. Just love. There is a constant invitation from life for us to show up in every single moment with that question. What may I give? How can I bring love into this equation? How can I bring love into this situation? How can I give love to these thoughts, to these emotions, to this experience? Giving is all we are asked to do. We are abundantly supplied from our source, the infinite source of everything, the infinite source of creation, the infinite source of love is our only source of supply. And it is abundantly streaming to us at any moment. And all we are asked to do is to pass it on to every situation, to every human being, to every living thing, and to ourselves, passing it on. What may I give? Just love. And it can look so many different ways. Showing up with love is giving thanks, recognizing each other, supporting each other, listening to each other, but in a way where we are paying attention to what kind of love is this moment calling for. We don't want to stuff anything down anyone's throat. We want to be available for love, to be present in this situation. Sometimes it is just calling for us to be present, to listen, to say thank you. Giving can be receiving. Sometimes the situation is calling for us to accept the gift from someone else, allowing them to give love by saying yes and receiving. That is also giving. And when we give, every time we give, in any form, we give love, it opens up a vacuum inside us that automatically refills our being with more of what we just gave. Every blessing we give, a vacuum opens and draws in more of that blessing. We need never, ever, ever to take anything from the world. When we give, we receive. But the catch is to give freely, abundantly, without expecting anything in return. To give without expecting a thank you. To give without expecting a like. To give freely without expecting to be liked. Giving without expecting people to like us for what we are giving, to recognize us. Give without expecting anything in return. It is very, very interesting when we begin to dive into our motives for giving. We all do it all the time. All the time. There's an expectation that if we do this, people will like us more, or love us more, or recognize us more. So our true job is to pay attention to how we can show up in any situation, in any relationship, in any experience, to be a bringer of love, to give freely, without expecting anything in return, in alignment with what this situation is calling for. You have so much to give. And every time you give, you will be given. everything you need. Let's close our eyes together. And just take some deep breaths, melting into this moment, melting into your seat, withdrawing your attention from the outer world, turning your attention inwardly, focusing all your attention in the middle of you. And then just sinking down beneath the thoughts, down beneath the surface. Allowing yourself with every exhalation to sink into the silence and the softness behind everything. And just sit here for a moment listening into the infinite silence behind your breath. Leaning deeper into this silence. Surrendering into this silence. And then just let your heart reach out for the presence of God's loving light. Let your heart call out in longing and see how the full presence of God's loving light is right there at the end of your breath. And with every single inhalation, you receive. You receive as if you were drinking straight from the source. Just breathe it in, allowing it to move through your entire being like a wave, caressing every single cell in your body. Automatically receiving with every breath the ever-present love, just consciously receiving that which you are receiving at every given moment. You cannot breathe without receiving the abundance of God's love for you. You cannot breathe without receiving the light of creation. You cannot breathe without being loved. So now just pay attention as God breathes love, light, through your entire being. Let it fill you up, caressing every inch of your being. filling you up from the soles of your feet to the top of your head, illuminating your entire being until you overflow. Just allowing the abundance of the loving light that flows into your being at every given moment to overflow. Just flowing into the world, giving as abundantly as you are receiving, without making any distinction in who is to receive what flows freely from you. Unconditionally allow this loving light to illuminate the world around you, to flow like a stream. See yourself walking through the world, just breathing, illuminating every room you enter just by breathing and allowing the abundance of love to overflow. What may I give? Just love. Just show up, breathing, allowing God's loving light to breathe through you. See yourself walking through the world, leaving an imprint of light, of love, everywhere your feet touches the ground, everywhere your hand touches the creation. Just by breathing, just by knowing that it is so. Secretly walking the world, giving from your abundance, leaving a trail of love. And by doing so, allowing everyone you meet to remember that they too are receiving love, are beings of love, from where they can give abundantly love, just by showing up and breathing. You are being a reminder of the love that already resides within every living being. Igniting the spark of illumination within everyone you meet. What may I give? Just love. Just love. Just take a deep breath in. And gently return to your body and to this moment. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I would love for you to share in the comments anything that came up during this Monday Love Prayer, any realizations, any new intentions waking up. Maybe you see how you can show up in the world with love in a new way, in a different way. Maybe you realized that sometimes when you think you are giving, you are really taking, because you are expecting something in return. So please share in the comments. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you are watching this on Facebook, please share. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. And I am delighted to know that you are in this world with me and that you will be going out into the world with an ignited, illuminated heart, being a difference, giving love. Thank you so much. See you next Monday. And may every step you take bless the earth you walk upon.